Okay, so I'm back here, and I'm going to go over how to clean a brush properly. You've got to have a bucket of some water for latex paints, obviously. And let's say you're finished painting a surface. Right now there's some white paint all over this. I want to make sure this brush is completely clean when I take it off. Now the one thing I don't have here is a brush spinner. It's a tool that you can use to connect to your brush and sort of pump it like that, and it'll spin around very aggressively until all the water flies off the surface. But I'm going to teach you another trick that you can do if you don't have a brush spin around. So firstly, I'm going to make sure to wash my brush off in a bucket of water here. I'm pounding it very strongly against like the bottom of the bucket here to make sure it gets like deep into the bristles to really get rid of all that excess paint. Okay. Now a lot of it's out, so I'm going to try spinning it out. And if you don't have a brush spinner, you can just take your hands and almost like you're trying to make a fire, just go like that with your brush. Okay. Now I still see a bit more paint on there, so I'm going to try to dry it, wash it a bit better. Sometimes it'll take you 1 or 2 times of rinsing it out to really do this properly. Okay. Squeeze it out and give it a little spin out. You want to make sure this stays fully in the bucket, otherwise you could have watery spray of paint going everywhere all over the client's lawn. Okay, good. And how you're going to know that it's clean from the paint is if you can go on your arm like that and you don't get any milky water, any white or any paint colored water. If you get it just watercolored water, clear water rather, you're good to go and you have a clean brush. Excellent, so we're gonna let that dry out. Clean our next brush here. Now you can do this for an interior job on a client's selected sink of their choice. Now don't go doing it in a nice powder room bathroom, but if you want to do it in the basement slop sink, often there's a utility sink down there, or sometimes in the laundry room sink is a good place to clean interior brushes. Remember, latex products are safe to be washed out in a sink. Oil products never. Oil products have to be kept in a bucket. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Okay, and spin it out. Okay, good, we got a clean brush. And that is how you clean your latex brushes. Now for oil products, they work a little bit differently. For oil products, you want to have Varsol as the solvent. So let's say I've just been doing some oil painting with this. I got oil paint all over my brush. I'm going to want to take some Varsol, carefully pour it into this container. Just a little bit. And then dab out my brush clean and spin it out. And then dab it out again clean and spin it out. And it'll take you a couple more times of dabbing it and spinning it in clean Varsol, because what happens is the Varsol gets very discolored from the paint over time. So you might need to add some more new Varsol, or even have a smaller little cut can like this one, or a side bucket that you can pour a bit of Varsol in. It's actually the best way to do it. Pour a bit of Varsol in here, just a little bit. Dab out your brush, spin it out in the messy bucket. Then get rid of that stuff, right? Because it's going to be all colored now. And then you pour a little bit more in. Dab out your brush, spin it out in the main mess bucket. Do that 2 or 3 times, emptying it out. Do it one more time. And you spin it out in there. And then again, once you have a clean brush, you're good to go. You don't want to get too much Varsol on your skin, although it's not too bad for you, but definitely want to avoid, swallowing any of this stuff, or it is a harmful chemical. But as far as getting it on your skin a little bit here or there, you should be fine. It just smells a bit. And then of course, as the paint waste piles up in here, for latex waste, to dispose of this, I mean, you should be taking your waste to a waste disposal place, but you can pour this out somewhere, for example, the back of a customer's lawn, or perhaps, obviously never down a sewer, regardless of whether it's oil or latex paint, but you can pour this out somewhere as long as it's diluted enough. So if you can't see the colorant because it's so washed down with water, it's good. So if I pour this out like this, in the back of a client's lawn, it's a little bit white. So that's definitely going to stay in their lawn. That's something I can't allow to happen. But what I'm going to go do is, before I continue, is I'm going to get my trusty hose and wash that down. Fill it up with some more water, dilute it. Probably do it somewhere more discreet than right in the middle of their lawn. You want to be careful of runoff while doing this. This definitely wasn't the most ideal place to do this. Somewhere back, somewhere discreet, off in the bushes behind the house or something like that is a much better place. Now, for oil paints, on the other hand, most cities have free waste disposal places, you know, at junkyards or different places where you can just drop off chemicals like household cleaning products, oil, you know, Varsol, things like that. Or you can usually bring it to a Reno Depot or a Home Depot and, you know, dispose of your oil paint waste there. Even some paint stores take back oil disposal waste, take them to treating plants to be, you know, to become environmentally friendly. So that pretty much covers how to clean up, how to use different products, brushes, rollers, and how to wash that stuff out. Next, what we're going to do is move on to how to actually paint, how to use the brush on the surface, and how of course, how to roll a wall. So thanks for watching our techniques on brushes and rollers cleaning, and yeah, have a good one.